Hey guys, Bearded Viking Gamer here, and thanks for tuning in to another episode in here. I've had a couple comments now come through on the different videos that I've posted on there, and it's people wanting to see some of the Xbox 360 games I have in the collection, and what do I recommend? I've seen just different questions in there. Show me some 360 games. Show me what would you recommend on the Xbox 360. Well, 360 has a lot of cool stuff on here. I picked 6 out of my collection that I think everybody should own. Of course, they're all horror because I'm huge into that stuff. And I want to show you guys some of them. Some of them are in a series, so it's kind of cheating that way. I do count that as one. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, and I can't wait to show you guys what I've picked up. Alright, on to my number one here. So my number one here was Alan Wake on the Xbox 360. This is a fantastic game. It uses light and handguns and weapons of that sort to take care of your enemies because it's a psychological thrill. He's kind of like losing his mind, and he's a writer, so some of the stuff in his books that he doesn't even know he's written is coming to life. It's just a really cool, dark and eerie game. Puts me kind of in a Silent Hill kind of funk with that, where he's he's just in an area, a town where there's just nothing around, nothing going on, just weird stuff's happening. But it's a really good one. I'm super bummed out though. Originally, I had gotten the collector's edition on this game, and it came with like a downloadable content, and there was like I think there was a storybook with it, and from what I remember, some artwork and stuff that was in the case with it. And since my collection's moved a couple times, I've gotten rid of that since, and I am still looking for that. Haven't been able to find it. But that's one game that I want to try to get the actual collector's edition of again, because I enjoyed it. That's what I originally had, and that's the way I played it. I used that little download code and did an extra level that was only available if you did get that collector's edition, which was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. So Alan Wake for sure, guys. Try that one out. It's a lot of fun for sure. Number 2 on the list here. This is a series, of course, and it is multi-platform, but Dead Space, okay? I have Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. Dead Space is a awesome survival horror game in space. So it is set up like Aliens, for that most part. In the beginning there, you're visiting up a ship buster that's our planet buster that's taking apart things, and it's just the transmissions are out, and you have to kind of get sent in there as a welder and stuff. You're in a welding suit and items like that to fix the transmissions and see what's going on, and find out there's a lot more stuff that's wrong than just that. The whole crews have been killed off and things like that. But it's freaking awesome. It's just they throw a lot of stuff back at you now. Modern games now tend to be a lot scarier and things like that, but back then when that was out, that was freaking awesome, and it still is awesome to this day. I love games like that. But man, it was freaking cool when you're coming in there, and they did things in games that I'd never seen before, and like for instance, small little things like you have a connection piece from the back of your helmet that goes down to your suit, and that has a color coordinator in the back of it, and if it's getting lower, it starts to get red, or it turns orange and does things like that, or if it's full, it's blue. Well, that's your life gauge. Instead of showing you a life gauge on here, getting you more immersed into the game, they have that going along the back of your neck, and it's just a cool little feature. Even your weapon kind of looks like a big magnet that you're holding, and it's a welder cutter. And it's cool because you're slicing through, cutting limbs off of some of these enemies that just looked like something out of The Thing. It's freaking cool. So I highly recommend Dead Space for sure. Those are awesome games on the system. And then, so number 3 here. Number 3 here is another set. Now, I'm looking through my collection here. I have no idea where number 1 is. But here's Fear 2 and Fear 3. I don't know where my number 1 is, so I can't show you that on camera. But I'll have to look around for that. That's a cool shooter, and it's got horror elements in it with a a little girl that's cruising around. I don't want to get into it anymore until you guys get into the story of it, but if you guys have never played it. But I remember the ragdoll physics in that being just phenomenal. I just love running around, gunning and shooting, and just puts you in a really everything's dark in the game. Gets you a little creepy atmosphere. I love that type of stuff. I remember originally playing the first one on the PC and playing it on there. And man, it was cool. It was freaking awesome. You get all your skills and stuff for slow-mo and things like that to crank out your bullets into these enemies as they're called coming into the room at once. It's a blast. And I still love today the ragdoll physics in that game. For some reason, you see ragdoll physics in a lot of games where the legs are kicked out and they're jumping around. I'm sure that's in here, but when I was playing it, capturing some video for you guys, man, they just die so damn cool when you shoot them. One of the guys fell to his knees and his head shrunk down and he was just stuck on his knees. And it just looked cool the way he died. I'm like, man, that freaking looks awesome. So I started enjoying it right over again, playing it and trying to get some footage for you guys. So here, that was number 3, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So here's number 4. And this is a fantastic, this is a multi-platform. Or you know what? This is on the PC as well, yeah. So this is a killer multiplayer game. If you guys don't already own these on the Xbox 360, these are freaking awesome games. This is Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. And I mean, look at the graphics on the back of some of these. These games are just fantastic. This one's got killer clowns. Man, it's just they put you in some really cool atmospheres. Some of the level designs on them where you have a circus area where a carnival, kind of creepy. When there's clowns and stuff running at you and you're blowing them all away. And it's just a fast-paced run and gun game. If you have your friends with you, they can help you shoot and throwing grenades, doing all kinds of stuff. There's even levels where you're in a mall. I remember having to get gallons of gasoline to fill up the vehicle just to get to the next spot, moving to the next area. Creepy things down the streets where you're going through some towns that you don't want to go through because it's infested with zombies. And they have special characters and stuff in there that were like smokers and bloaters that would just explode and if you get some of the mess on you, that attracts the zombies to come at you. So you got to be like, run to your friends and have them just take them out. And the smokers were cool because they could just stick their tongues out and it would wrap around you and they pull you to them, keeping you away from your friends. And they were sneaky too. They'd hide around corners. Just a blast. It was such a good game. All right, on to number 5 here. This is a killer set here. Now Red Dead Redemption 2 is out and everybody loves Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, even the Red Dead Redemption was awesome on the Xbox 360. But this is the one that I wanted to show you guys, and this is Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. And this is just a whole nother game, but I mean, it couldn't be in a better spot. It's a Western zombie zombie game, and it's freaking cool. So the characters that you knew from the Red Dead Redemption, a lot of them have turned, or you'll see them again in this story, and you're basically cruising into town and you're taking out zombie. It's freaking cool. It is the coolest atmosphere. I've always loved that game. I'll never get rid of that. I love the Red Dead Redemption back in the day, but for sure, if you guys don't have the Undead Nightmare for the 360, pick this up. This is freaking such a cool game, and most people are fans of the Rockstar's games anyways, the Red Dead series, so you'd be really familiar with the controls, running around, getting on your horse, and just seeing all the people in town now trying to get your brains. It's freaking cool. It's just awesome. For sure, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. And my last one here, guys, my last one is probably my favorite series of all time for horror type stuff. And it is Silent Hill, okay? And the 360 has some cool stuff on here. They have an HD collection of Silent Hill, which is Silent Hill 2 and 3 on a disc. These were great games, okay? And bringing them on a 360 for a little bit of high def, for sure. And then there's also Silent Hill Downpour. And then there's Silent Hill Homecoming as well on the 360. My favorite ones were 2 and 3. These games are super fantastic. You're in, each one is different, but you're in the town of Silent Hill, and things are going down, just creepy, creepy stuff. And I'll show you guys some gameplay and things of it. But yeah, it's such a fun game. You see Pyramid Head and things like that. He's just a creep, dude. It's freaking man. The atmosphere is perfect. Seeing all the cockroaches, seeing some of the nurses that just look creepy with their. Well, they look like they're ready for the COVID right now with their face masks across their face, but they freaking look awesome, and they're all bloody and just dragging their legs, and they get it's just cool. I love Silent Hill so much, and of course having it on the PlayStation as well is there's a lot of them on there. But Silent Hill, for sure, if you guys can get a hold of the HD collection on the 360, do it. It is totally worth it. You get 2 great games there. And of course, there is, like I said, Silent Hill Downpour and Silent Hill Homecoming as well on that system. They're just fun ones. That's what I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked what you watched here. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again.